Hi Virgo, welcome back to Key Wisdom Tarot. My name is Ruth and I'm your Reiki Master and Tarot Reader. This Virgo is your intuitive tarot reading and distant Reiki healing session for the time between the 25th of July and the 8th of August. We'll draw 2 rows of cards. The first row will relate to this last week in July and the second row will relate to the first week in August. I've shuffled and meditated, and I'll explain a little bit about the Reiki just as when I finish shuffling the cards, okay? I'll do a little bit more on camera and then we'll get started on your reading. Okay, card at the base of your reading is the Knight of Wands. Now the card, hello Tiny, you can't see Tiny, hang on. He's had a haircut, do you want to see him? Come here, come on, come say hello, because you've had a haircut. Everyone wants to see Tiny's new look. He look good, he looks good, doesn't he look? No, he's got no fur. Look, I chop his beard off, don't I, Tiny? I do it myself. Keep his ears nice and fluffy. Look at him, isn't he lovely? Tiny, we can't see you. Aw, cutie. Okay, so, right, okay, Tiny, you get down now. Okay, love him. Love him. Okay, so, card at the base, sorry about that. So, card at the base of the reading is the Knight of Wands. I'll explain about your Reiki in a second. The card at the base of the reading is the overall perspective that you need to see this next 2 weeks or this reading through, okay? And that's a Knight of Wands, so quick change and lots of action. Now, let me just tell you about your Reiki, okay? Your Reiki will be activated during the course of this reading at a specific point in this reading. Now, your Reiki is for your highest good, which means that you will receive your Reiki at a time, and you will receive your Reiki at a time that is appropriate to you. You can ask to receive your Reiki just by simply getting yourself nice and comfortable and, you know, relaxing, meditating for a little bit, and then just saying, I'm ready to receive my Reiki. Now, specifically this time, when the cards or the time arises for the Reiki, I'll tell you. I'll indicate that for you in the reading. But there are some specific areas that sort of came up. It's really, this one is really about, this Reiki session for you guys is about the walls that are going to be releasing. So you've done a lot of releasing. We all have gone through some form of evolution over this, especially over this last month, but over the last sort of 6 weeks. And there's some walls that just need to just be released and crumbled and dismantled, really, and in your awareness, and things that you're holding on to, we are all holding on to within ourselves. So this Reiki session should really help to sort of release those things for you. And also, if anyone's been having troubles with your hip or your pelvic, or physically your hip or your pelvic region, there's some release going to be happening there as well. Okay, so Knight of Wands. Now this is, I call this card the new father card, or the new parents card, because this is all the will in the world. We've got all the excitement, we're putting all this energy and effort in, but we have no idea what we're doing. This is kind of this energy, but it's also, you know, imagine that this beast between your legs, my darling, is untamed, you know, and you're trying to tame it. So this beast is your excitement, your passion for something, your anxiety potentially about something, your nerves about something, your attraction to somebody, and trying to get that under control, trying to tame it. So it's going to be interesting to see what's coming in. So for you guys this week, significant cards here for some reason. So I'm just going to put that there just to remind me. And now let's have a look. So we've got your 2 key energies first of all. We'll look at this one right at the end because that indicates outcomes. And the first card for you guys is the Devil. So this is my card. I'm a Capricorn. And this is a card that represents Capricorn. So, you know, you should feel lucky when you see this card. Well, the Capricorn energy or the devil energy really is, it's card number 15, so 1-5. So number 1 is about the initiation of something new, new beginnings, new starts. And number 5 is about change. So this is about the energy of the devil is about understanding that your responsibilities, the things that you go through, the things that you are responsible for, the things that you are tied to. Being in that energy is what helps you to realize that change is necessary, is what helps you to realize that compassion is necessary. It's as if we do the thing, you know, we live the life that we're meant to live, you know, we do the things that we're meant to do. We go to school, you know, we're law-abiding citizens, you know, we get married, or we have children, or we get into relationships, and we get mortgages, and we have jobs, and we have bills, and that's the sort of mundanity of life. I can't remember how to say that word, but anyway, you know what I mean. That's how life is. It's mundane like that. But we love these things. We love our family. And, you know, we're proud of our jobs and our wealth that we make, that we create. But actually, all these things, these worldly things, the worldly pursuits, this is what this card represents, the worldly pursuits that we have, it's those that actually we become tied to. You're going to start to, I mean, you've been feeling like that though, Virgo. We know this, that you've been having this experience of, you know, yes, I've got my job, I've got my children, I've got my house, I've got whatever it is you've got in your life. But you get to that point where you're like, is that sort of like it? Like, yeah, it's great. I love my kids. I love my house. I love my job. I love this. But there's a passion that's burning within you that also needs attention, that also needs love, that also needs you to break free. You need to respond to your own sense of what it is I want, what feels good to me, what makes me feel happy, what makes me feel excited. And that's what you miss, or you've been missing in your life, this excitement. And you're, in a way, it's kind of like these two cards, it's like you're trying to tame that. It's like you are so used to being the mom or the husband or the wife or the boyfriend or the whatever, you know, the employee. You're so used to doing those things that it's that commitment to that, almost the commitment to those pursuits, if you will, that actually makes you ask the question eventually, well, is there more? There's got to be more. You know, I used to love writing poetry, I used to love drawing, I used to love photography, and because of life, job, kids, bills, I'm never doing this anymore. You know, this is that question. This is this question. So it's an interesting couple of weeks for you guys. I'm excited to see what's going to happen. So let's have a look then at July. Okay, so we've got the 9 of Pentacles, and again, your energy, earth energy. We've got the Tower. We've got the 2 of Pentacles, and we have finally the 9 of Wands. So let's not pretend, okay? Let's not pretend. Ultimately, really, immediately, right now, we know, Virgo, that you are doing stuff, living your life in a way that's absolutely, totally respectable, and in a way that you've wanted to get to this point in your life. You wanted to be where you're at. You wanted to have this job. You wanted to have this relationship. You wanted to have these responsibilities, these children, whatever it is for you as an individual. But you want more. And you're entitled to want more. And it's not about wanting for wanting's sake. It's not like I just want more money because I want more money. It's not like that, or I just want more, whatever. There's something, some part of you. Remember, one thing is related to your second chakra, the seat of your emotion, your passion, your motivation, your motivation, your passion, your imagination is the word I was going to say. The things that drive us, the excitement, the things that make us excited in life. The things that make you excited as an individual in life. You know, whether that's, I don't know, watching rainbows, or I don't know, whatever it is, you know, drawing pictures, whatever it is for you guys. It's like you're trying to, that part of you is coming up. It's coming up. And I said to you about the walls crumbling down. This is what needs to happen. Let's have a start, Virgo, because, you know, you might end up getting a talking to here. Maybe, I don't know. We start off with you. This is you. This is you, Virgo. You were you need to be. You've planned this. You went to university. You know, you did well at school. You went to university. You got the degree. You got the qualifications. You got the job. You got married, or you whatever. You know, you got married. You had the children. You have the house. This is all the things that you've built. These are all the things that you've built, and you're standing in this garden that you've created. This world that you have manifested to yourself. And this is the stuff that when you're a little girl or a little boy, these are the things that we're told from our parents or our teachers or whoever, you know, do well at school, get married, have children, have a house. And you've done it. Well done. You know, well done. And this is you achieving those things. This is you. And you're asking yourself this question, but why? This is the thing that's hard. But why am I not happy? And you are happy, don't get me wrong. You love your kids, you love your job, you love your house, you love the money that the lifestyle that you've got. You know, you enjoy that, you know. But there's that niggling question. This is why the devil's important. Why am I not happy? And it's this passion that you have. This passion that you have. And you know, those are the type of things when you're a kid that they don't tell you that. They don't tell you when you're a kid that even when you have all these things that you want, that you're still going to love playing football, or you're still going to love drawing pictures, or you're still going to love singing in choirs. They don't tell you that. They just tell you, get a job, have the children, have the family, blah, 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 get married. But you still want to write poems, and you still want to be on stage and sing, and you still want to dance. And you're trying to tame it. But we see these two coins here. There ain't no taming it now. No. This is why the devil's here. The devil's here to make you see it and realise it, and to feel that sort of the things that you're committed to, the things that you put above the excitement that you feel, the imagination, the poetry that you want to write, or the business that you want to start, or the qualification that you never got but you wanted to, or whatever it is, you want to be a chef, do it. I don't know, whatever. This is that energy, okay? I'm keep giving you examples, but there's no need to give me examples. I'll be going on forever. So let's move on to your next card. The Tower moment hit. When we see the devil energy here, you know the Tower's hitting as well. I mean, I could tell. I said to you right at the beginning, your Reiki is going to be activated when we and what it's going to help do is it's going to break down these walls. And this is you breaking down these walls. This is not you. This is the universe assisting in the breakdown of those walls. The things that the truth, the realizations, the connecting with this passion in a what's the word in the brain, in a conscious way. So giving light, giving weight to your passion by thinking about it, by acknowledging it, by realizing it. This might be a conversation, this might be an argument, this could be anything. This is you coming into that understanding. This is you realizing this is something happening that makes you see. This is something happening that makes you feel. This is something happening that makes you realize. I am passionate about that person, about that job, about this life, about something else. That, yes, I'm in a position that is very respectable, that I wanted to get in, that I worked towards getting in. But actually, there's something more that I want, that it's not going to make me money. It's not going to do anything for my family, my kids, but it's going to make me feel better about myself. It's going to feed that passion that I've always loved. I've always loved to sing poetry. I've always sing in a choir or write poetry. I'm going to do it just because I want to do it. But something happens in order to bring that about. And this is that Tower moment. Something happens in order to bring out this passion, to bring it about, this realization. It could be linked to a decision that you need to make, or that this is a card of not necessarily indecision. This is deciding where you want to put your energies. That's what this energy, this is basically what this card represents. It's deciding where you want to put your energies, because the Pentacles energy is about where we put our energy and effort in order to manifest security. So with number nine is about our actively going within. So this is understanding that you've put the work in, the effort in, the energy to manifest this life for yourself, okay? This is because it's number 2. So 2's about commitments. 2's are about commitments, the commitments that we make. And Pentacles energy, again, where we put our energy in order to manifest security. So this is you saying, where do I want to commit? Where am I trying to commit? Am I committing in the right places? Am I putting my energy toward the right things? There's a question that's brought about, and it's because of this Tower moment. Something happens that makes you realise, or that makes you see, or that makes you... It might be that you have some space, some time. You know, it's just in the UK now. I think I think it's most world now, isn't it? With it's school holidays, isn't it? So everyone's off school on holiday now. So maybe that time, having that time, that space, you know, that time off. If you're a teacher, for example, you have that time off, or if you work less because you've got to look after the kids, for example. I don't know, whatever your life is like, but it might be that. But something comes about with the Tower moment that instigates this feeling in you, this realization in you, this moment where you start to see that, yes, this is a life I built and the life I wanted, but there is something else that I'm passionate about that I also want to include into my life. But you're afraid of it. You're afraid of doing it. You're afraid of potentially afraid of breaking down these walls, you know. The Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, this is. Now, 9s are related to your sign, you know, you're the Hermit. And this is your energy, number 9. You know, with number 9s, it's about actively seeking to understand something, actively seeking to putting in, it's fastidiousness, you know, that's what you are, detail oriented, you know, looking for the hows, the whys, the wheres, trying to understand that. That's naturally it's natural for you to seek to understand, to want to understand. It's not like something you have to put effort into, really, necessarily. But in this instance, with it being the 9 of Wands, it's indicative that there's something within that you have failed to understand, or that you have failed to look upon when it comes to your passion, your inspiration, your motivation, the things that you're excited about, etc. And it's now that you start to look at it. So something's happening, something's about to happen, something's happening in July that encourages you to remove this blindfold and to examine and to question and to understand what it is that this passion that you have left unattended. There's a passion or something that you've left unattended. And it's as if now you start to see it in July, this last week of July, you start to see and realise there's something that you've failed to attend to. There's something that you've failed to you've failed to look at it. And that's not because you're lazy, it's because you've got a family, you've got a job, or whatever your situation is, you've got this life that you've built. And it's almost as if you feel you're traumatized by the thought, in a way, that the thing that you're passionate about, whether joining the choir, I don't know, it sounds frivolous when I say it, but it could be anything. Joining the choir, writing poetry, wherever it is for you, it's as if you feel almost, you know, in this part of yourself, this sacral part of yourself, you feel as though this passion is counterproductive to the life that you've built. It would take time or resources or energy away from your family or your job or whatever it is. And therefore it worries you. If I take this time to look for this job, or to change jobs, or to look for this house, or to change partners, or whatever it is for you as an individual, that's going to be something that's something that you're afraid of. That's something that you think is going to harm your children, or harm your marriage, or harm your whatever it is. That's what you feel. That's what you feel. That's what this energy represents. So, I mean, I'm interested to see this card because I want to have a look. So we've got this opportunity that's coming. There is an opportunity, and one that you've worked toward building, creating, clarified by the Moon card. Wow. We've got the Death, we've got the Six of Pentacles, and we've got the Judgment energy. I mean, I ain't going to sugarcoat it, Virgo. I ain't sugarcoating it for you. You know, the hardest thing. I mean, listen, you could physical pain. Get that. It's a doddle. It's a doddle. That means it's easy. You know, it's for those people that aren't from my neck of woods or from the UK. When we say it's a doddle, it's easy. You know, physical pain, it's easy. You know, especially as women, we can, you know, we what was I watching the other day? We've got pain built in. Fleabag. I only watched it because everyone's saying it was good. It's all right, to be fair. It's good. It's all right. Anyway, we've got that pain built into us. You know, we understand pain as females. It's just built into us. But the turmoil created and caused by mental our awareness, our mental state, that is far, far, far more substantial in my personal and humble opinion. You know, and it's kind of like the things that have been, do you know what it is? We can feel things. We can sort of think things on the edge of our awareness. But once we admit it to ourselves, I'm going to swear, shit gets real. And it's kind of like that. It's kind of like the awareness is like a wake-up call, like the Ice Bucket Challenge, which I never did. You know, it's like a bucket of cold water over you. And it's a shock to the system almost to be honest and truthful with the significance of these passions. The fact that you're not pursuing your artistry or poetry, whatever it is for you as an individual, you actually realise is damaging you. It's damaging you. This is why, I mean, I showed this to Virgo, to Taurus, and I think you need to see it as well. I wrote this down the other day when I was meditating myself, conscious meditation. Do I have enough compassion to be honest with myself? And that's a question that you need to ask yourself as well. The pain that we experience when we allow ourselves to come into that awareness is necessary. Okay. I've just realised something which is really annoying. Anyway, I might run out. This video might run out. Anyway, so we've got here the Two of Wands and the Moon card. So with the Moon card, it means there's no avoiding our awareness. Everything is out for us to see, to feel, to experience. Everything is there. Our intuition, our memories, our fears. There's no. This is like the Moon card is the veil being revealed, the veils being lifted, all the veils being lifted, and everything, all the information, all the feelings, all the emotions, all the logic and the reason, everything being available to you all at once. And there's an opportunity for that type of awareness for you guys as we enter August. There's an opportunity for you to seek truth and understanding, to be compassionate enough with yourself to recognize the significance of your passions. The things that you're trying to downplay as, oh, it's just a quiet, oh, it's just poetry. Do you know what? It restricts us. If we don't have that compassion for ourselves, by ignoring the fact that we want to write poetry, but we don't because we've got a family, or we don't because we've got a job, or we don't, whatever it is for you as an individual, by ignoring those things, what we're telling ourselves is, I don't matter. That all these other things are more important than me. That my family's more important, my job's more important, my bills are more important. All these things are more important than me. That's what you tell yourself when you ignore, when you lack that compassion. You tell yourself by denying, by ignoring, by pushing it down, by telling it to go away. What you do is you tell yourself, every time you do that, you tell yourself that I don't matter enough. I don't matter enough to do what makes me happy. I don't matter enough. Do you matter enough, Virgo? Do you matter enough? Because this is what this month is about for you. You think that a mortgage is more important than you. You think that your kids, a job, a boss, your bill. You think that your husband, your wife, your mum, your dad, all those things are more important than you. That's what you tell yourself when you deny the truth of what it is you feel, the passion that's within you. there's a moment of judgment coming where, this is what I'm saying to you, once you realise the pain that it causes you pain to deny yourself, to ignore who you are. It causes you pain, anguish. As I said, I'd take physical pain over that type of anguish any day of the week. Death card, which is transformation. We've got number 1, which is new beginning. It's number 13. Number 1, which is new beginning. And number 3, which is linked to your solar plexus, which is linked to the sun. Your Reiki is activated right now, by the way. And that's about our expression, our self-expression, our third chakra. It's about the truth of who we are, connecting to the truth of who we are and expressing that comfortably. So with the death card, it's about the opportunity for a new beginning, the beginning of a new structure, the beginning of a new you, the beginning of you behaving differently, the beginning of you thinking differently. That's what the death card is. Transforming from our old ways of thinking. But only after this awareness comes in. It's as if something happens in July. As I said, you might have the time, the space, a conversation, an event, something, anything with a tarot card. It could be anything. It's a shock. It's different. It's out the blue. And it's something that happens that actually you're in a way forced to admit to yourself the truth and the depth of the passion that you have. That you can't ignore that anymore. That yes, my family's important, my job's important, my mortgage is important, my kids are important. Yes, my mum's important, my dad. All these things are important, but so am I. So am I. And who's looking after you? Who's looking out for you and for your best interests? Just like who's looking out for your kids and their best interests. They're looking out for their own best interests because they're kids and they're smart. Kids know. Listen, if I want sweets, I'm going to make sure that I can say what I want to get those sweets and behave how I have to get those sweets. Kids ain't stupid. I'm not saying that adults are, but we forget. We forget these things as we get older. We think that all these things are also important. You're important. What you feel is important. What you think's important. And what you do matters. You're trying to tame your passions and what you want this week in July. By the time it gets to August, there's a realisation that comes through that thank you, Tiny. Well, Tiny's here. Look, he's here. Look, he's here. He's coming up now. Right, come on then, Tiny. I don't want to show you my messy office. I've still got my school teacher stuff up, you know. I've still got all my English stuff. Got a second. Here, right, Tiny, you coming up? Hang on. See, I messed up my camera now. Right, here. Come on. Sit on with me. Because Virgo need this message, don't they, Tiny? Virgo need this message. Look at him all groomed. He's all cute, beautiful, aren't you, Tiny? They need this message, don't they? Because what we're saying, Virgo, is that you've got to look after your best interest. And come, as I said, mate, come August, there's going to be no hiding from the truth. You can't deny yourself. You can't deny everything that you feel. But it's work. That awareness is work. That admitting to yourself how you feel is work. And it's going to be rewarded with this energy of the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a card of reciprocity, which means what we put in, we get out. Remember, Pentacles is where we put our energy and effort in order to manifest our security. And number six is beauty. It's about an appreciation of this experience, and appreciating that if this did not happen, I would not have realised how important and significant this passion is to me. If this conversation didn't happen, if whatever it is didn't happen, if I'd never worked myself to the bone for this job or for this mortgage or for these kids or for this family, I wouldn't have realised that actually I am equally as important as all those other things in my life. You're not less important than those things. You're not on the bottom of the list. You're all in the same boat here. So the energy that you put into your kids, to rearing them, or to your house, or to your whatever it is, your schoolwork, whatever it is for you, you have to put that energy back to yourself as well. You've got to give yourself as much attention as you do the job, the mortgage, the house, or whatever, yeah? This is that energy. This is saying that you're going to get that balance coming in. You're going to make a decision potentially. But it's the realisation, the awareness of this passion, the acknowledgement that this passion exists, that and that you might want to go towards it. It's realising that actually brings about the healing, that actually brings about the revelation, and that brings about the reward and the balance that brings that about for you. It's not all about everybody else all the time and you Never. It's got to be about everyone else or everything else and you at the same time. This is the judgment energy. Number 2, 20, a new commitment, as we said, but also the opportunity with the 0 there for a new start, for a new beginning, for this transformed new beginning, for, well, I've learnt now, so how does what I now know affect what I'm going to now do? So how does knowing all this new stuff, realizing that you really do have this passion, how does that affect what you now do going forward? The judgment energy is quite an intense energy. I'll not lie to you. I can't deny it. It's intense to experience it. It's an experience. The Tower and the judgment energy are both experiences. And it's an event that happens that that reveals something to you. So similar, it could be a conversation again. It could be anything. But it's an event that shows you an aspect of yourself, or an aspect of something, a relationship, of the truth of something that you have not seen, that you were unable to see previously. So it can be intense. Look, it's beneath this card here. So there's a fear that you have, that you hold. And as I said, I think the fear is that the passion that you have goes against the life that you've built. That's what it is you think. So I built up my, 10 years teaching experience, lots of experience working with, kids with special educational needs, teaching them English, teaching them to meditate, getting them to love themselves. And then I decided to quit everything to start my YouTube channel. It seems counterproductive. You go through all that, Ruth. You've gone through all that energy and that effort and that to build up that experience and that work with those children. And then you're just going to throw it all away to do this. Well, actually, I haven't thrown anything away. It seemed like I have, and it's intense to realise that this is something that it was intense for me to realise last year. This is something that I cannot ignore. I can't ignore the fact that I feel drawn to doing this type of work. I have to follow that. I don't know where it's going to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. But I had to go in that direction. That realisation was very sobering. And it's a similar sort of realisation coming for you. And it's very sobering because you're afraid. And you can't pretend that you're not afraid. And you don't know. There ain't no safety blanket. You just have to feel that. You just have to feel, I'm not safe. That's how I felt. I'm not safe. I don't know what's going to happen. I ain't got no money. I don't know. That's what you're going to feel. Or whatever it is for you. There's an event that comes up that makes you see something clearly. And it can be, and that's why it can be when I say sobering. Let's look at your outcome. So we've got this energy of the devil for July. Let's look at this last one. We've got... excellent. I couldn't have wished to see a better card, actually, for you guys. 8 of Pentacles. 8 new karmic cycles, okay? They're related to karma and new karmic cycles. But what this is, more specifically, is this is you working on you. This is you putting energy and effort into you. This is you putting energy and effort into the parts of you that you have newly discovered. This is you refining yourself. This is you putting energy and effort into being, into showing, into becoming the truest reflection of you. This is you putting energy and effort into that. This is you working on yourself. So this is that's why I'm saying it's excellent. I couldn't have wished for a better card, because actually you might feel like this. I forgot about him. You might feel like this up and down over this next couple of weeks, because it's emotional, those realizations, because you get so far, don't you, into a course of study, or into a job, or into a relationship, or into a situation, and it's built that way, and it's fearful, it's scary to think of you if the video cuts off, it cuts off, because it might cut off, so apologies, but you put so much energy into doing that when you realise that there's something else that you want that you can't ignore, and that by ignoring it, you actually are making yourself physically ill, which was my case, or You're making yourself emotionally down, or not depressed, but you feel, you don't feel fulfilled in your life. It's affecting other things. And that's because you're ignoring this passion. Once you admit that out loud, to say that out loud to your partner, to your friend, to your mum, to your dad, whoever it is you need to say it to, even though it's intense, it's what brings you to a new level of understanding and truth and authenticity within yourself that you can then build on. So it's worth it, and it's always, always, always rewarded. Always that type of truthfulness, that type of authenticity is always rewarded in real ways, in financially, money wise, you'll be fine. Job wise, if you need a job, you'll be fine. Blah blah blah. But also emotionally, the strength that you gain from actually committing to yourself, recognizing that what you want matters and what you feel matters and what you think matters, recognizing those things and committing to those, which you seem to do, the strength that gives you, no one can ever if you've never done it, you can't understand the confidence it gives you. And you're gonna understand the confidence it's gonna give you by the end of this first week of August. Okay, so I really hope it goes well for you, and I think you guys should definitely give this video a thumbs up, I should say, before I forget. But no, I think you guys should definitely let me know in the comments how you get on with the Reiki that's coming your way. It might feel quite intense for you guys over this next couple of weeks, but and quite real. I don't know how else to say it, but I remember saying to my brother a few weeks ago when I was like going through my, I went through like Kundalini work, all this stuff. But I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like everything's so real now. And I'm crying on the phone. I'm like, oh my God, bro, it's so real. Like I can't ignore anything. It's like the truth. That's the thing that pains the most at first. But once you get there, it is literally like, no one can take that away from you. Once you know the truth of who you are, it's such a beautiful place to be, honestly. And you can build the best life from that. I promise you. Okay, so my darlings, if you like this video, Virgo, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments. Let me know how the Reiki session gets on, how you got on with the Reiki session. And also keep an eye out for repeating numbers this month. That's something that's definitely came through in the meditation before when I was when I was meditating to prepare for your readings. Check out your pick a card readings and check out the Key Wisdom playlist as well for additional information. And you can also feel free to follow Key Wisdom Tarot on Instagram and on Facebook at Key Wisdom Tarot. You can read below for the astrology as well. I'll be doing some love readings for the month of August as well, so I'll put those out next week. Or beginning of August, actually. I've got private readings to do, so I'll put them out beginning of August. So you've got the love readings for the month of August as well. All right, my darlings, thank you so much for being here, and feel free to share this video on your Instagram, your WhatsApp, your Facebook as well, with your family, your friends, your loved ones. Thank you so much for being here, Virgo. Have a fabulous couple of weeks, and I'll see you all again next week with your brand new love readings. Take care, my darlings. Bye.